you go.
What up, peeps? Glad to see everyone this evening, or actually, I can see y'all see me. We got a few things to talk about. Tavern, all good, all great. Once again, myself, Scott, and April, joining y'all tonight here to answer any questions you might have. But before we officially get into that, I put a video out on Facebook earlier this week, and we're going to show it again, then we'll get into it. All right, promised my mom last night I'd shoot a video of this place so she could see how it's coming along. Stayed up late working over here last night, so didn't get that done, doing it this morning. But figured I'd go ahead and make a video for the page and show y'all what we're doing. So obviously, as you can see, the doors are black. They were recently painted. Inside right here is a display case donated to us by 3 Alarm Comics. It will hold D&D Magic cards, some new gaming items for sale, some glasses we have, goblin glasses, of course. Needs a little work, but nothing we can't do in a day.
Oh, you're selling sauce.
Then the case was a little bigger than what we put it on. We built a cage, and, well, you'll be surprised what's going to be in there.
My granddaughter Ava.
Over here, we have a mural also donated to us by 3 Alarm Comics. If you didn't know, we will be brewing our own beer. So very proper when you walk through the front door. That's going to be right to your right. We've managed to do a lot of painting in the place. Once they went ahead and painted the ceiling black, we were able to paint the walls. And understand, it's not taking a lot of time because of us. It's the landlords that were waiting on finishing what they need to finish so they can vanilla it over to us. And yes, they have taken their sweet time over the last year, but things are really, really getting close. It's a lot closer than it seems. Over here, we're going to have 2 gaming rooms. People can play D&D, Magic, Warhammer, get together, whatever. We'll be walling those off soon. Equipment that's all going into the tavern be installed when, they vanilla it over to us. Got some steam pump piping we ran through here. Looks pretty cool. More stuff. But like I said, it's all a work in progress. We're hoping, stress the word hoping, that we're going to be open midsummer, I hope. Notice I said I hope. But that's what it's looking like. It is the landlord's goal to try to vanilla this all over to us by the end of this month. More than likely, it'll probably be about mid-June before he actually does, and that's being positive. But when they do vanilla it over to us, it's going to take us probably a month to a month and a half getting everything where we want to get it. And it won't take too long. We got a lot of people helping us, a lot of people that are dying to get this place open for everybody. It's just one of them things.
Well, that's hay paid the best.
This is the office. I asked my girlfriend and my daughter what color they wanted to paint the office, and then my granddaughter said purple. So thankfully, there'll be a door on it. As you can see, we spent a lot of time running our own Ethernet cables. So we'll have all those hooked up to everything we can. We've got a state-of-the-art camera system. That's not too far. Once they get the door put in over here, we'll be able to actually start electronically hooking everything up as it stands now. Oops. As it stands now. We went ahead and put most of the cameras up. Got to wait for them to grid the back part and do the ceiling tile there. Yes, that's a game controller, little picture thing we found at Home Depot. So not Home Depot, Hobby Lobby. So we got it. We will be running 4 gaming consoles. There will be another D&D room over here. The bar ought to be completed. About 2 weeks, we'll finish putting finishing touches on it. It's pretty much where it's going to be right now. Got a little area behind the bar. The hood vent system ought to be done within the next week and a half. They're really close to it. They've put the suppression system in. Now they just need to come and finish what they're doing. The coolers need some work, but supposedly that's about to happen too. So remember, and all this is on the landlord. This isn't us, wasting our own time. As you can see over here, there's the microbrewery.
Yeah.
Again, we'll be crafting our own beer. And that's pretty much it. Just we're lucky enough that the landlords are letting us do things as they get this place back in shape. For those of you who didn't know, about a year and a half ago, maybe a year and 3/4 ago, when this place was Hannah's, they had a small kitchen fire. And I took it over probably about 6 or 7 months after they had that small fire, maybe 8. And it's just been a waiting process. But we're excited because it's looking like this summer we will actually be open. But as I tell everybody, want to come see it yourself while it's under construction? If the black car is in the parking lot and the door is open, come see us.
There you go. You're back.
Hi. What's ironic about the whole video we just showed us, I put it out May 7th on our Facebook page. It was more or less, I promised my mom I would shoot a video and send it to her. And then I got busy at the tavern that evening, didn't do it. So then the next day I shot it, sent it to my mom, and I'm like, you know what? Everybody needs to see this. Everybody needs to see how far along we're progressing, what's going on. And the most astounding thing about it is the tavern looks totally different than the video that was shot on May 7th, which
Don't let them
was
lie to you. It's worse.
it's messier. It's messier. But we've done a lot of things, and not only us. The landlord's got his crew kicking into overdrive. We have ceiling tiles in the back now, lights in the back. The coolers are being worked on. The hood vents are totally done. We're this close. It's not long now. Not long at all.
Hey, Derek, there's any place to talk about that type of thing right now.
But it's close. It's really close. We've got a lot of things planned. The other day we had purchased some. I hate to call them string lights because they're not really string lights, but they're lights that go in the corner between the ceiling and the wall. The what? Rope lights. That's pretty close to it. They're pretty thick, and
Yeah, they are.
you don't see the before pictures of it where Stacy's daughter Emma hung them all just to get them up on the ceiling and everything. I went through and straightened them out little by little, and they actually change color, flash, whatever. So
Flash
different colors. Us being the gamers that we are, we're like, well, everything has to have a meaning. If you're in D&D, this is totally a perception role. So
they flash. Don't need to worry about like people having seizures.
well, it'll change colors.
Oh, okay.
Change colors. It will change colors. So like we're going 21 plus after 9 or 10 o'clock. So 30 minutes before that, the lights will come on for the first time during the day and it will be red. And that will be the signal.
Hey, get the hell out.
Yeah, if you're under 21, it's time to go home or wherever you want to go, but not here. And then 30 minutes before we close, it will represent the last call.
Hey, Daryl.
So when you see them at night, I mean, it's last call for anything you want to order, whether it be drink or food or whatever.
When they blink really fast, you stay too late, and it's time to get the
If
hell
they
out.
blink real fast, you have a power surge, or you've had a little too much to drink. But throughout the night, different colors will mean different things. So we haven't come up with totally like if they flash blue or not flash blue.
Means you're drinking free.
No.
Oh.
They change to blue. it might mean something. If they change the green, it might mean something else. We're working on it, but it's kind of the whole Dungeons and Dragons perception thing. So if you're in there playing a game, sitting at the bar, having a craft beer, or just eating food, always clean the ceiling every once in a while, because if the color changes, that means we're some type of special. We're doing something really neat.
They're changing the orange. I'm there. Got them.
So it's pretty hard.
Right. Pick it up.
Supposedly it changed a ton of colors. I've found about 12 of them so far. You know, hey, it's an adventure in itself. Oh,
So apparently these lights are forever now part of the.
unless I want to read.
What did you end up using? About?
Okay, so we got these lights, and they're called rope lights. So they're about as thick as my pinky.
I don't want to. I guess.
My pinky.
All right.
Got to go large.
All right.
But they're about as thick as my pinky. And they go in the corner of the ceiling and the wall. So I'm thinking, okay, let's be simple about this. Let's get some of this double-sided tape.
Oh, that's where
You're right. You're not wrong. Yeah, not wrong. So we got some Scotch 30-pound double-sided tape. Holds 30 pounds. The box of one of these things is not even 30 pounds. Sitting there, keeping it up, taping it up. Droop, falls. I'm putting up about a foot of it, another foot of it's falling off. I'm like, well, crap. So I look at Ethan and I say, we're going to have to go to Walmart or Home Depot or something, get something so we can get these things up. You know, this has now become a mission. So we go buy a couple more things. I got some of that. I don't even know what it's called. It's like liquid cement you put up there or something.
You literally think you put the TV.
A type, some type of sticky rubber. In the form, this stuff put it up there, held the light, fell. Only after a while, so I read the directions.
Yeah, you gotta let it cure.
It says 1 to 2 hours. I'm like, I'm not sitting here and holding my finger up against this thing for an hour just for a foot. That's not going to happen. So I'd also picked up, of all things in the world, super glue.
So you super glued it there?
And it worked better than any cement you could ever imagine.
Well,
It's like hold it in place for 10 minutes and it'll stay. I got it. I held it there for 10 seconds. It is flush. I'm like,
how many times did your finger stick up there?
You know, I was wearing almost like blue medical gloves we had. There are some little itty bitty blue spots on there where the glove came up. Yes, I first tried it without the gloves on and was peeling super glue my fingers for about an hour later on.
Oh yeah.
But they look great. They really look good. You showed pictures one more time, but they look really good. We got them all straight. Got about half of the tavern done now, maybe about a third of the tavern done now with them. But they're super neat. Well worth the money invested, although it wasn't really much to begin with, to be honest. But well worth it. Definitely worth it.
Oh yeah, that's why you couldn't say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mahela.
Oh, hi, Mahela. How are you?
And you were talking about how they got the freezer working.
Yes. So we have 4 major things that need to be done for the tavern, for this to be vanilled over to us, and us being go phase, getting ready to go.
Number 1, your sanity.
5. No, I'm actually quite saying about it. I'm excited about it. I mean, all day everybody's been doing stuff in there today. Like, you know, the coolers, for instance. These things hardly even been looked at by the landlords or anybody the whole time that I've been there, because it just hadn't been a priority. Now the freezer works, the walk-in freezer works. And before I left, the walk-in cooler was getting cool. I'm assuming that's a good sign. If that works, then the cooler's good. That's one of the major 4 things. One of the other 4 things is all grid work, ceiling tile, and everything else that a crew has to do to get everything ready to go. And they're actually, I'm going to say done, almost done with what they're doing right now. They, we're doing great. They got the part above the bar done today. We've actually got lights now for the rear of the tavern. You know, we've had the lights in the community part forever, but the whole rear of the place has been like a stitching cord with certain lights going from it.
So you say your rear was missing?
Yeah, yeah. Unorganized. But anyway, still got lights up there. Really, really bright lights too. But that's the big thing. Hood vent is another one of the things, but it should be done by the end of next week, the way people do things. But it should be done there really soon. And after that, HVAC stuff. One of the units needs to be rotated on the roof 180 degrees. They need to put the ceiling vents in and cover. Yeah. So CMS here, we have door fans to keep all of these million termites out there in termite season. And and I watched electricians put that in, drilling through the center block, everything else. They offered. They said, "Hey, you want us to put that in for you?" Because I can do it myself. Always, Kelly. Always. You just, I mean, we grew up together. Never paid that much attention. Actually, you had your back to me, you know.
You want to see what else the fans can do. They can pour a beer really well and a shot of tequila.
Yeah, tequila over beer. Although the craft beer is good, I give it that much. If anybody doesn't know, Kelly is my sister. And but yeah, so we're really close. The landlord's goal, his goal, is to get all vanilla over to us by the end of this month. That's it.
I believe it when I see it.
I believe when I see it too, because that's also relying on the HVAC people, the hood vent people.
I just want to start brewing.
I know you do. I want to start brewing too. And we're really close to that though. You know, there's a lot of back end work going on in this we don't talk a lot about. So, there's a lot of back end work going on with this we don't talk about, and that's a lot of stuff April does.
Wait. Let's start over again. So April does all your back end work?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you sure.
She's doing stuff like making employee guidebooks, getting everything situated because we're going to make sure all of our employees are CPR certified. That's very important to us. Me being a retired firefighter, you're being a paramedic, Scott retired firefighter, congratulations. Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, it's very important to us, our employees, family, employees, because they're with a family. It's very important to us that they at least know CPR, know how to use the AED, and hopefully never, but in case needed. But tell us about
Well, you just kind of hit everything.
that.
So last year we made the decision to have all of our staff CPR certified. I reached out to a training center here in Biloxi, CPR Mississippi, and worked with them. We've got it set up so that all of our employees will go through the heart saver with first aid. So they will have some basic first aid that they are taught as well. In addition to CPR, how to operate ED. Have it set up so that in addition to that, we purchased AED through a grant, got a discount on it, and purchased an AED for the Tavern. Our employees will know how to operate it. They will know where it is. This week I'm working on getting everything together for the first aid kit. And then I've got the creatures that are going in the cage that I'm working on. And I'm working on employee handbooks, getting, all of our policies together so that our employees know what we expect of them and what they can expect from us as well. Working on getting, information packaged together so we can make sure that we're doing everything we have to with compliance with the law and whatnot. far as our taxes, things along that line. Licenses.
You- Breaking the law. Sorry.
But yeah,
I mean,
do it so well. But that's kind of where my focus is at the moment, getting all these things going that don't really see the effects in the tavern, but they are very important. to have.
It doesn't run without.
True. That's why they are very important. But yeah, with the exception of the little critters on the cage.
what kind of critters you got in there?
Right. No.
Oh.
Yeah. Little monsters.
Oh. I've got one little animated guy. He's like this tall, and he has munches on a brain on it.
Nice.
He's about that big. You put him in there, munch on the brain. You put it like a taco in him instead.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. Try something.
But
Are the critters going to rotate, or did you just say?
Well, they're going to rotate as I create ones. So I've got one batch I'm working on right now that I will have done before the tavern is open. And then once, I find the time to make new ones to go in there, then the old ones will go into the display case.
Shade critters?
Yes, they are for
Oh, yeah. Oh, can't wait because I've seen some of the stuff you've done already, and yeah. Yes.
and you know what that does? Start locking people up.
Well, I've pictures of it. I'll put one up. It better be funny. Well, I mean, if you go in, or maybe it was in the video.
I'm not
Well, you eventually you might. It must have
I'm
been
not.
in the video.
I mean,
It
that
was
means
in-
I
yeah,
lost too much weight if I get one of them things.
Dude, I don't think you have an idea yet on when you own your own business like that. You're running around like crazy. You're gonna drop some pounds
Good.
because you're gonna be busier than you ever thought you have been
I'll
before.
tell you what, I'm not open yet, and I've climbed up and down that damn ladder more than I did the last 20 years in the fire department.
That's the weirdest part about it is that when you do own your own business, you're gonna realize that nobody's gonna care about your business as much as you, and you are going to, basically when something needs to be done, you're the one that's gonna have to do it.
I must climb up and down that ladder 20 to 50 times a day, easy.
But I mean, it's one of those things where it's enjoyable. At the end of the day, it's very pleasing and very nice, but self-aggravating when you look around and like, man, these floors need to be swept. We got a mop. Oh, that toilet's going to be unclogged.
I had to unplug the sink there today.
I'm sure it wasn't going to be clogged, so the toilet would be clogged with.
Probably not.
But yeah, I mean, it's very rewarding. Well, I mean, just letting you know, having a business like that is going to be, like I said, it's a headache. It's a nightmare. You're going to want to pull your hair out, but it's also very rewarding too. Especially, like I said, you're using it as a family thing with your daughter and everything else. So, if, I know ultimately the goal will be to where you could just step away and let them run it, and let it take care of itself, and you just steal from the cash drum. But no, it really is. It's rewarding as well. But like I said, it's just one of those things where don't let the bad get you down with all the good that's going to come along with it.
Oh no, and it's I'm very positive about it. I'm excited about it. What's really, really neat is, I'll sit there sometimes and I'll be like, especially that light, it's like put up about this much, glue, stick it, hold it for 10 seconds, glue, stick it in 6-inch intervals. I'll fit 350-foot strands.
And here's the fun part: the stuff you're going to be the most proud about is the stuff that nobody else is going to notice.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
I'll be honest with that. You'll work on something to where it's just exactly how you want it, and nobody else is going to visualize it here, but you will.
I'll give you a prime example. Ran thousands of Ethernet cord all through that place. Thousands. Looks almost like a professional did it. I've been told by the guy that came in there, he said, man, your IT guy did a great job. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I did it, but I'm like, thank you. But thousands of foot, and nobody will ever see this. They'll watch the TVs they're hooked up to. They may play game consoles they're hooked up to. They may look at cameras that they're hooked up to, but they don't see thousands of foot, a big thing like this. Why?
Stuff in the ceiling and the wall.
Yep, going down into the office, which nobody will ever see. But literally thousands of foot of Ethernet cable, and all worth it. So instead of having to Wi-Fi everything, or especially running off of Wi-Fi, all this stuff is hooked into a server.
Yeah.
3 Alarm Comics gave us an epic server.
Well, it's just a stand.
That's good enough because we were about to buy one, didn't have to. And it's hooked to all of it's hooked to a server on a stand, also hooked to a computer, obviously. But you're right, nobody will ever notice. But that's what it's there for, to help everybody and make everybody's life there funner and easier.
Also, next time we do one of these, hopefully, maybe next time we'll do it at the tavern itself, even if it's not quite ready. As long as you do have internet there.
Not yet.
Well, as soon as we have internet there, we will start doing these updates and like I said, I want this to be like a weekly or bi-weekly thing that kind of give you an idea of what's coming up for the week, what's going to happen throughout that for the tavern, whether it be special events going on, whether it be special drink specials, food specials, whatever going on. Trying to get on there, and then heck, we might just say the heck with it. If it's a night where we're having fun, we might hook the camera up and let everybody see all the fun everybody's having there.
Absolutely. And once they vanilla it over to us, it's going to take us about a month and a half to get everything where we want it. At that point, we will have internet.
Then the permits start.
Then the permit starts.
But yeah, I mean, doing stuff like this is going to help out tremendously. Getting you out to not just your own clientele, but out to people who might be visiting from out of town and want to check it out. We get you get all kinds of clientele come in you're wanting to do because of these things.
Oh yeah, it's like Battle of Brew in Atlanta. When we went up there, I told April, I said, we gotta stop by Battle of Brew before we leave.
So I think we need to have a live stream, a Heroes of Arcadia. It is the best. No. That will be one of those ones I figure out how we're going to keep people off of it. It may get a little vulgar. We'll see.
Here's of Arcadia is fun. And the exciting thing is, we're not far from all the expansions that we ordered to come to fruition.
Yeah, I love it. I found that game. I fell in love with it. I mean, it was one of the best things I've ever discovered.
And so for Izzy introduced it to me. Of course, I love games, and well, I
Like drinking.
don't mind a drink or two. So or in this case, 3 or 4.
Yeah,
17 or 18.
yeah. Last time we played, we did what, 3 rounds of it,
Yeah, it can take control.
and by the end of honestly, by the end of the second game, I was at the point of I lost, and I was still winning.
Oh yeah, so there comes a point where like, oh, just beat me, please. I want to drink.
Yeah, right.
See, I was wondering if there's a way we can, and I may be copyright infringement, I maybe hurt myself, but I know you got the digital table. If we could scan the pieces in and then.
Oh, we were talking major copyright.
Well, no, I don't have a problem with that. Your tokens you're moving are actually glasses of beer or drinks or whatever you're drinking. So I guess I should use that and electricity probably would not go all together.
No.
If anyone has any questions, why would just sit there chatting? Feel free.
Just wait to see.
April is thinking too hard.
Thanks, Krista. Love you too.
She likes it harder. I mean, no, wait, wrong. Whoa, no, wait. Okay, yeah.
Krista, she's just thinking about the last time or the first time you came over to the house and we introduced you to Rose and tequila. Or Rose and peanut butter.
Yeah.
You put roses and tequila.
I've had that before. It's really not that great. They make them flowered.
The weird part is
They make them flowered.
roses
flavored kind.
and peanut butter. What the
Tequila rose.
Oh, okay. All right, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, this is not good at all. I don't want to go now. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to actually brewing the beer. I'm looking forward to. I mean, I've actually in my head. I've already got a few things we're ready to start doing. Trying to get going. Uh, the signature beers for the the tavern itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, have y'all? I know we actually talked about too about the instead of roll for initiative, roll for inebriation, where you roll.
Yeah.
And have y'all started on anything on that?
I have a list. I actually have it made up.
We'll have to bring the dice next time.
Definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, just I mean, having a nice tower that you can roll and make your own drink.
Yep.
And
Yeah, we came up with a couple things for the drinkers. Uh, one is a roll mission and
roll for
inebriation. But basically, it's a random roll and it's just sometimes the other thing we came out with was tiered system where you roll for your for your roll for the drinker. Just different things we're playing with. Legally got to really watch what we do, but if we do it within reason, everything's fine. It's like the butterbeer came up with. We're literally probably going to have to limit it to more than three a person because it
And
is
it will be under a different name on the menu.
arrow butter.
actually, there's a place I already go. There's some place in soda, but it's called like Flying Cauldron, which is actually really good. If you ever tried it, it's a non-alcoholic, but they did one. I think they were marketing it as butterbeer for a while, but I think they might have gotten it. So now it's called Flying Cauldron,
Yeah, we'll come up with a good name for it.
which all just butter.
Stuff like Goblin Blood, which is a drink that one of our bartenders came up with. Goblin Blood, Goblin's generic term, pretty much.
I think you're a wizard, Harry. Spell it Hairy. You're a hairy wizard.
Or you just call it the powder.
Called the hairy wizard.
But we'll come up with names for everything. Last thing we want to do is infringe on anybody's trademarks by any means. But the games, we went to what was it, Level Up
When
in Pensacola.
yes, level up.
Went to Level Up in Pensacola Sunday, and went and looked at some of their board games and everything else, and it kind of hit us. We've got 80 something board games for everybody to play. Yeah, it's like almost like $5 to play a game, no matter how long you play it. That's basically just for us to replace parts if they're lost. Print them or replace one. Obviously there'll be gaming tables in there, not the gambling kind. But
Side bets will be made. No side bets will be made.
But it's really going to be a really neat place because people come there. They cosplay 24 hours. Well, not 20, not going to be over 24 hours.
I'm going to cosplay.
More than one.
I'm going to come in the drunken idiot.
Okay, so no one else can come in as a drunken idiot. No, you can't use that costume.
But I have it hands down.
Yes, no one else is allowed to use that costume. You've got dibs.
Even our bartenders are allowed to cosplay. And our rule with them is if the bartender cosplays, it's got to be from head to ankle.
Oh, Krista's already got her stuff ready to go. She's got like quite a few she's already prepared for. She's ordered some stuff, so she is raring and ready. She will not be there unless she is dressed up.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, we had like the little costume she wore on Free Comic Book Day, the X-23. She's like, oh, already. Well, you might want to make sure you can wear that first for hygienic sake. But yeah, I guess I think it covered it up for it. All right.
Didn't see nothing revealed or anything.
No, it wasn't revealing. It was just, I guess you can show mid.
Everybody does everywhere
Nobody
else.
wants to see mine,
Well,
but
nobody definitely wants to see mine. I get harpooned.
Stop it.
like rolling back in the water. What about me?
You ain't nothing compared to me.
You can see through the sun reflecting off. Look at these legs. The sun reflecting off of it. I'm
Yeah.
blinded. The shine off your head.
But like I said earlier, we're this close. It's once they vanilla it over to us, we'll definitely let everybody know because then the countdown begins. We will actually have a good idea when we're actually gonna, or at least within a month range, when we're gonna open after they vanilla it to us.
It's becoming a reality.
It is
Yeah.
becoming a reality.
But yeah, hopefully things will go well, and we will see everybody there. Um, I know you're planning on doing some type of grand opening and stuff. And like I said, I won't put it on here, but I actually have talked to somebody today who is very interested in coming down.
Oh, good deal.
One of the beers that I'm doing is actually named after him.
Ah, cool.
He's actually very interested in coming down. Actually, I'll be seeing him in New Orleans in about a month, so I plan on talking to him a little bit more about it.
Awesome.
So I'll leave it up to you. But you will be in New Orleans in about a month for the show over there, so see about getting him down and putting him behind the bar, maybe being like a guest bartender.
Oh, very cool.
Well, yes, beer. He'll be pouring beer. I don't know if he won't be making drinks. We'll have him pour his own namesake beer when he comes.
That'll be cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk for sure.
So,
For sure. And there will be a soft opening. And the way you can tell, I think I said this last stream, the way you can tell that we've soft opened, because it's not something we're going to announce on Facebook or anything like that.
it doesn't get hard.
True.
For sure.
But so the Goblin is night day based. It comes on at night, goes off during the day. The letters under it are controlled by us. So if you see the letters on at night, and I'm not in the parking lot with my friends going, look at this, there's a good chance we're soft opened. And we're going to have about a 2 to 3 week soft opening just to get everybody used to, working the bar. Even the bartenders have been bartending for years. A new bar is a new bar. So working the bar, cooks used to cooking the meals. Everybody finding their rhythm, and that's what soft opening is for.
I got an idea too. If you want to make it really fun and get more people to watch the streams, we could do one night of soft opening for the people who watch the stream. You can give a password,
Ooh.
or you can say the lights will be a certain color, and during that time, anybody who's watched the stream, whether in replay or live, they'll know, hey, we can show up.
Or we could just say, hey, we're going to soft open this week, and then count the cars driving through the parking lot till we actually do.
But like you said, if y'all ever see that black car out front, stop by if you want to see what it's looking like, see the updates, kind of talk to Chad or April if they're up there. If you want to talk to the air conditioner tech, that's up to you. But I know he said it numerous times. You're more than welcome to come through and just say
Absolutely. I love showing off the tavern and showing people what it is going to be.
And depending on what time you show up, you may or might not have clothes on.
It's how many times I've been up and down the ladder.
I mean, I warn you, he starts with his pants. You would think shirt, but no, he starts with pants. And his underwear does have holes. I'm not gonna see where they're at, but they're there.
I was looking at him lose my pants the other day. I was climbing down the big ladder, thought I was stepping down to the ground, but actually skipped to one of the steps.
How many ladders have you climbed?
More than I can count.
What we were taught? 2 hands, So, 3 points of contact at any time.
Yep.
You retire and you forget the basics.
I stepped below a step and landed flat on my butt. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking up at the ladder, and that's exactly what I thought, Scott. I've like 35 years in the fire service, and I've never fallen off a ladder. I've never fallen and slipped and landed on my butt. And here I am, sitting here looking at this ladder like now it's my arch enemy.
I won't name any names, but I have watched one of the current chiefs that we have with an air pack come off the ladder and land on his back and sit there like a turtle. That was decades ago. But yeah, I've seen it. So it's not just you. You know,
At least I was retired.
that means I don't have ladders here. I've stepped to them. So I fall, it's like a foot and a half.
That's about what I felt. About 2 foot. Just landed right on my butt. And you know what you do. What we're trained to do. First, wiggle your toes. Yep, they still work.
No, the first thing you do is you go, anybody see that?
I didn't
Then you
worry
wiggle
about
your
it.
toes.
Wasn't anybody there. Go
Yeah,
figure that.
That's always the first reaction. Anything you do stupid is.
Well, it's like my boys growing up. You know, they would slip, they would fall or something. Pretending you didn't notice, they'd stand up, brush themselves off, and they'd carry on doing what they're doing. But if you looked at them, if they saw you looking at them, oh, the well work start.
Oh, Chris, I used to love when she was young. She was little, like a year and a half, 18 months, 2 years old. She'd throw her little hissy fits. She'd like lay on the floor and just cry and throw her little fit. And I would go out of my way to walk over her to ignore her. And it just drove her nuts. But eventually, the hissy fit stopped. But yes, you're right. As long as you pay attention to it, it becomes worse. But if you just ignore it, it didn't happen.
Never happened.
Unless somebody caught it on video, then it lives
Then,
forever.
yes, it'll live forever.
And
That's all I got tonight. Anybody have any questions?
Well, yeah, we'll stick around for a few more minutes. Everybody, any questions they want to ask? They want to give their comments. They want to give their stuff. Everybody's opinion count, but opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. Most of them stink. So we'll see what happens.
Opinions. I had a group of people come in today, and a couple of them want to know if we're hiring. Which right now we're good for cooks and bartenders, but that may or may not change in the next 2 to 3 months.
Need a toilet clean.
We'll just have to eat this chore list.
Oh, no. If you're a bathroom attendant, the one that ever gives mints out.
Are you volunteering?
I'll give the toilet mints out. I mean, those are.
No, but back to what I was saying is that I was asked that they were like, well, if we see something, do you mind whether we're working here or not? Do you mind if we let you know? I'm like, look, I'm always open to opinions, what works, what doesn't work. I said, doesn't mean I'm going to agree. Might be a reason why we don't do it one way or another, but I'm always open to people's opinions on how everything's going. Even if I don't get back to the person for a week or two, it doesn't mean I ignored them. It just means I got busy and got to do what I could. I'm honest. I'll tell them their opinion. I'll be politer than that. or else I'll say, go talk to Scott.
If you have an opinion, I think it's stupid. You're going to know really, really quick.
No, but a lot of people have a lot of good ideas. I don't mind listening to them. Some of them just aren't possible, and some of them, iffy whether I can afford them at any time of my life.
Well, it's like even like with beer, we've had numerous comments already, or had people approach us and talk to us about doing high gravity beers, doing this type of beer, this type of beer, this type of beer, everything else. We plan on having a beer selection, but like I said, there's some things that may still be done on a limited basis. But the goal of this place is not for you to come in there and get plastered.
No,
The goal is for you to come have fun, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the people. Have
absolutely.
you a few drinks, play some games, enjoy the camaraderie, enjoy the fun, enjoy the family aspect. It's not for you to just come in there and get drunk.
Yeah, and we joke around about drinking, but you got to understand, we've known each other for a very, very long time.
Well, it's also, from the job all three of us come from, we get to see as much as we enjoy having a drink and everything else, we get to see the downside I'm sorry, not the downside. We get to see the
Sometimes
after
it's
effects
yeah.
of people who drink too much and decide. And that's the same thing too. Like, so we've talked about this in the last stream. If we feel you've had too much, or we're going to do our best to offer to get you a ride home, make sure you get home safe.
Yep.
Your car may not make it with you. Your car probably won't make it with you.
Nope.
And in the morning, it's all on you. But you make these decisions. You've got to have to live with them. But our goal here is to have an atmosphere where you come in, you can enjoy yourself, you can be safe, but also not just safe within the drinking aspect, but also some racial protection. Sorry, as April was onomatopoeia was telling you that. Sorry, that's an inside joke. But as April was telling you, everybody's going to be CPR 80 certified. Everything else. This is probably going to be one of the safest atmospheres, bar setting, tavern type atmospheres you can actually go into.
Yeah, truth. We've gone a long way to make sure,
You've gone well above and beyond what a lot of other places would do.
I don't know any that have AEDs besides Walmart.
Well, it's not even that. It's not even just AED, just having make sure everybody's CPR certified and
Oh yeah.
I see the word first responder, but heart saver and everything else, basic BLS and everything. That's the. You would think that would be the basic, but you'd amaze how many place you go into and nobody there knows anything. So it is a safe place. It is a fun place. It is a good place to have some good food, have some good drinks. If you're rolling for inebriation, you might have some bad drinks.
And look,
That's your own damn fault.
I'm even going to take it again because my CPR is expired by now from the fire
I
department.
think
So
I
I've
still
definitely
got mine. I may still have my instructor still too. I have to look see
I'm
it.
doing
Every 2
instructor
years
every 2 years
Every
for
2 years.
CPR.
Yeah,
I don't
all
know
of it.
about instructor.
for instructors. Yeah, I think my
Yeah.
instructor is still good, but I'll see.
I actually got my instructor last year, and it is an every 2 year process.
I thought, yeah, if mine's not good, I mean, if it is good, it's going out soon, so it's probably easier for me to get an instructor that can help you out as far as recertifying everybody else.
Right.
He did how many years as an actual instructor in Biloxi Fire?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
I think that'd be excellent.
so. All right, well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get done with this. Probably about 2 to 3 weeks, we'll do another one, give you another update what's going on. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe we can do it at the tavern. Actually, if you don't have internet, I've got a hotspot on my phone. We could actually do it that way and maybe do it over at the tavern next time.
All right, let's do it.
The cool thing with the format we're using, just like we shared your Facebook stuff, we could use your phone and share it and give a video walkthrough, live video walkthrough as you're talking
Absolutely.
about it. So that might be a good idea for next
That means I'll hold off doing any more videos until then.
time. All right, well, everybody, thank you for tuning in,
Be safe.
and we will see you next time. And have a tavern of a good time. That just sounds horrible, but it
That
sounds
did sound horrible.
just have a good time.